Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new, my name is Landry and I have a series on my channel where I talk all things best medicine in a Doc Martin fan's perspective. And today I thought I would do a Doc Martin fan video, rather than a best medicine video. If you'd like to see more Doc Martin related content, please comment down below what you'd like to see, whether it be reacting, telling thoughts about an episode, because I have watched the series through 3 times and counting, or whether it be just doing like a separate thing where I just sit down and talk about what made me want to watch Doc Martin and how I became a super fan, something like that. I'd be open to that. Best medicine related content will be coming back soon on my channel. I made a separate video doing a similar video earlier today and talked about that, so if you want to learn more, just know that season 2 of my reaction series is coming soon. So with that being said, today's Doc Martin related video is going to be taking a character quiz to see who am I compatible with in personality wise. I did that a while ago, like I said, with best medicine characters. And without giving anything away, like if you haven't seen Best Medicine, there are some characters that are the same as Doc Martin. Long story short, after taking the 10-question quiz, I ended up pairing with Louisa's personality, which was a total shock to me because I had no clue that that's who I would pair with. In fact, if you watch the video, that's somebody I said I didn't think I would pair with. But there we go. So I'm curious to see who I am most likely to pair up with in personality-wise in Doc Martin's perspective. So first of all, if you've not seen Best Medicine, it's an American adaptation spin-off of Doc Martin. It has its own storylines, therefore it is not a copycat. I've made a video about that in the past, how I categorize the two. And so, therefore, the characters are different. They may have the same names, but their characteristics are very different. Personalities are very different. So, therefore, there's only 5 questions on this quiz. Totally different quiz, so therefore, it's not going to be the same questions / answers for me to end up getting Louisa again. If I get Louisa again, it's because I answered 5 different questions with 5 different answers that matched her personality, if that makes sense. So without further ado, before I get into taking this quiz, I'm going to make my predictions who I think I am a best match with and who I don't think I'm like at all. So let's start out with Dr. Martin Eliam, Doc Martin himself. I love his character. I love Martin Clunes in general. I'm a Clunatic. I love his character, and he just makes me laugh. I can relate to him in certain scenarios, like when I get annoyed by people, like who doesn't get annoyed by something somebody does. I like to keep to myself sometimes. I'm not keeping to myself all the time. I like to be out with people. I love to be with family. I love to be with friends. I don't think I'm rude. Like, if I am, I'm not trying to be. But I don't act like him. I think I have better reaction when interacting with people, so to speak. I don't think I am him like that. So I don't think I'm going to pair up with him, even though I can relate to him with some aspects. Louisa. I love her character. Like I said, Best Medicine characters are different from Doc Martin characters. Doc Martin's Louisa character, Caroline Katz, I love her character. I feel like she's somebody you can go talk to. She's there to listen. She's warm. She's great with kids. And I feel like in some ways I can relate to her. Mrs. Tishel, I don't think I'm going to get Mrs. Tishel. I mean, Mrs. Tishel makes me laugh. I love that. I love her character. Like, she cracks me up. Her flirting with the doc, her just season 5, the last episode of season 5 was like one of my favorite episodes, even though it was like a crazy episode, but still, I love Mrs. Tishel. Like, she is like part of the glue to the show. If she wasn't there, I'd be terribly upset, because that's a character I look forward to see when I go back and rewatch the episodes. I love that character. I love Bert's character, but I don't think I would match with him. Like, if I did, like, for me, Bert is like a kind-hearted person. Like, I feel like he is like a sweet person in the community, and like, who doesn't love Bert? And he has high ambitions. He tries his best. He tries to try new things, but it doesn't go as planned, unfortunately. So therefore, the outcome's not always good, but he always tries to stay positive in some ways. So I feel like I can kind of relate to him in that sense, but I don't think I'm going to pair with him. I don't know why, I just don't think I will. The receptionists. We have 3 receptionists. I could be Elaine, I could be Pauline, I could be Janice. Like I said, I don't know which characters they're choosing that you could pair up with. So therefore, out of the 3 receptionists, my least favorite receptionist was Elaine. Terrible receptionist. I mean, we only saw her for one series, season 1, and she was gone. And I just didn't like her. She didn't do her job. Out of Pauline and Janice, who was my favorite? I feel like Janice was not Janice. Did I say Janice? Not Janice. Janice was the, babysitter. So it wasn't Janice. What was her name? It's gonna drive me insane now. Hold that thought. Moena! See? It's there. Moena was the 3rd receptionist. Out of Pauline and Moena, I would say that Moena would probably be my favorite. I like Pauline, but Moena was my favorite. Just because, she was just charming. And she stood up, Pauline kind of stood up for herself. Kind of told Doc Martin, who's boss, like, she tried to get, like, him to pay her enough, showing him that he doesn't give her enough credit, 'cause she does more than, goes above and beyond than what her job technically is. But, like, I don't know, it's just something about Janice. I just liked her. I don't know why. Same thing, Sheriff Mark and Joe Penhale. I loved Mark. He was a nice guy, but something about Joe Penhale has been one of my favorite characters. The dynamic duo of Joe and Martin crack me up so much. I say that Joe Penhale is the British version of Barney Fife on the Andy Griffin Show. Just, he cracks me up. Aunt Joan and Aunt Ruth, I like them both. They're both charming. I feel like Aunt Ruth sets Martin straight more than Aunt Joan in her own way. I feel like because she has a medical profession, she gets Martin, so to speak. And I'm kind of going on a rabbit trail because, like, I'm not comparing myself to these, but I just wanted to talk about the characters. Al, he's super smart, but I don't think I'm going to get him as a comparison when taking the quiz. So with that being said, after going down that rabbit trail, who do I think that I'm going to match with? Because I don't know if we're doing Mark, Milo, or Joe Penhale. So, I don't know. There's too many characters to choose from. So I don't have a prediction, I guess. Let's just take the quiz and see what we get. And I'm going to record the screen. That way you can see what I'm seeing. But also, if it doesn't work out, I will write the questions out. Let's start this. So, like I said, 5 questions, where the other quiz was 10. It says, to find out which character you are from Doc Martin, answer these 5 quick questions by picking an opinion. I can't talk. Answer these 5 quick questions by picking an option for each. Then check your score at the end. So, just like the other quiz, the most letter answered is who you are identified and relatable to. So, question number 1. How do you react when somebody drops by uninvited? Oh boy. Stare coldly, check my watch, and ask what they want. Smile politely and try to make the best of it. Offer them a snack or try to sell them a new business idea. Panic, overthink, and drop something on the floor. Offer strong medical advice and a heavy dose of cough syrup. What? What? That is a Martin Elliam thing to do, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Do I smile politely and try to make the best of it? Probably. I think it honestly depends on who it is. Offer them a snack or try to sell them a new business idea. I would offer them a snack 100%. Why would I offer them a new business idea? Panic, overthink it, and drop something on the floor. I don't think I would panic. I would either smile politely and try to make the best of it, or offer them a snack or try to sell them. Off the bat, I don't know what I would do. Smile politely, offer them a snack. Why am I overthinking this? There's no wrong answer. Let's go with... It sounds bad though. Smile politely and try to make the best of it. I mean, if they show up uninvited and they catch you off guard, we'll go B. What is your ideal way to spend a free afternoon? Okay. Fixing things in absolute quiet order. I don't know. Reading a book by the sea or organizing a school project. Cooking a big meal for a crowd of loud friends. Practicing local safety drills or patrolling the neighborhood. Reviewing private notes behind a high-lace pharmacy curtain. Okay. Reviewing private notes behind a high-lace pharmacy curtain. I'm not a pharmacist. Why would I do that? Fixing things in absolute quiet order. Reading a book by the sea or organizing. I don't read. If it was like go outside, I would say yeah. Cook a big meal for a crowd of loud friends. Practicing. I guess it would be A. Fixing things in absolute quiet order. Let's do B. Reading a book by the sea. Because I would be outside more than anything. I'd be outside more than anything. How do you handle a sudden crisis? Oh boy. Get angry, take charge, and fix it with total precision. Breathe deep, stay calm, and talk it through. Worry loudly, then jump into a messy plan. Try to look very brave, then accidentally hurt myself. Obsess over it in secret while watching from the window. Oh boy. Okay. Realistically, breathe deep, stay calm, and talk it through would probably be what I do. But to be honest, try to look very brave, then accidentally hurt myself would probably be what would happen. I'm a klutz. I mean, I burnt myself cooking French fries. Obsess over it in secret while watching from the window is probably honestly how it would go down. But I think I would choose breathe deep, stay calm, and talk it through. I feel like I would want to help the person. What is your biggest pet peeve? Okay. People being completely incompetent. Stubbornness and poor communication. That does bother me. Empty pockets and failed business ventures. I mean, not being taken seriously as an authority figure. Anyone else getting close to my favorite person? Okay. Out of the 5 choices, people being completely incompetent, that doesn't bother me, but it is annoying. Empty pockets and failed business ventures. That doesn't bother me. Like, you gotta learn. Not everything's gonna come to you and be perfect. Not being taken seriously as an authority figure, that doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not that cocky and, like, I don't know. I'm not like that. Anyone else getting close to my favorite person? I'm not hogging somebody. Let's go with stubbornness and poor communication does bother me. And the last and final question. Pick a favorite spot in the village. A lonely, tidy office with clean medical charts, the local schoolhouse, or a sunny coastal path. A busy, noisy restaurant or food tent, the local police station desk, behind the counter of a crowded chemist shop. A lonely, tidy office with clean medical charts. I don't, like, sometimes I would like to be alone, but it says your favorite spot to be. I wouldn't say that would be my favorite spot. I like to eat, but I don't like crowds, so I wouldn't choose a busy, noisy restaurant or food tent. The local police station desk. Not going to choose that. Why would I choose that? Behind the counter of a crowded chemist shop. Definitely not. The local schoolhouse or a sunny coastal path. It would be a sunny coastal path because I like the outdoors. So with that being said, I answered B with all the questions. Okay. This is not rigged at all. I promise. Like, I'm answering these honestly. So with that being said, I am most likely, like, you could either be, if you answered with mostly A's, you're Dr. Martin Elliam. You are a sharp, direct, deeply logical, and have zero patience for foolish behavior. Makes sense. Mostly B, Louisa Glasson. You are patient, warm, grounded, and always trying to bring a little sense to chaos. Mostly C, Bert Large. You have a huge heart, love a good scheme, and will try anything to provide for your family. I can relate to that. Mostly D, PC, Joe Penhill. Oh, that's going to be Joe. You are eager to help a bit, clumsy, and just want everyone to like you. I'm eager to help. I'm very clumsy. But, like, I mean, I try to strive for people to like me, but, like, it doesn't bug me in a way, it doesn't bug me. If you don't. And then, if you answer mostly E, you're Ms. Tischel. You are deeply loyal, intensely focused, and prone to secret romantic obsessions. I wonder why she would have that characteristic. But, with all that being said, I am most likely like Louisa Glasson. I can't speak. Louisa Glasson. You are patient, warm, grounded, and always trying to bring a little sense to chaos. I do not disagree with that. I agree with that. So, ironically, 2 different quizzes, separate set of questions, 2 different TV shows, and I ended up having the same characteristics as Louisa Glasson and as Louisa on Best Medicine. Pretty crazy, but I'm not surprised. I agree. I don't have, like, any complaints. It makes sense. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. It's something a little different. It's something fun. Like I said, I love Doc Martin. I've binge watched it 3 times, and I'm rewatching it now, bits and pieces. Like, I'm not going all the way through. I'm just watching some of my favorite episodes when there's nothing on TV. And like I said, this has been my first passion. I loved the show Doc Martin before Best Medicine came into my life. So if you'd like to see any more Doc Martin themed videos, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you like. If you're a Best Medicine fan like myself, or if you have not seen Best Medicine yet but you want to jump on that bandwagon, once you start watching the series season 1, I have a reaction playlist on my channel for all those videos. If you have watched Best Medicine and you're curious to see the quiz video, that is either going to be up before this video or after. And please check that out as well. I just wanted to do something a little bit different since I'm excited for season 2 coming in September of Best Medicine. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Take care.